Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Extreme Tarot, where we do zodiac readings, pick a cards, and my fave that we're doing today, moon readings. So exciting. We have a new moon in Virgo coming up August 27th, where I live at like 4 in the morning, Eastern time in New York. So let's see. I'm going to shuffle these cards real quick and we're just going to talk about like what's going on right now, because you know the new moon in Virgo is usually a time where it's like new moon in Virgo. Virgo is like your routine, your daily habits and things like that. Basically like the grunt work behind the scenes for any goals that you have, personal, financial, love related, whatever it is. So it's usually just like, all right, like, you know, new routines, blah, blah, blah. But there's like a lot of challenging aspects going on. The most important of which is the new moon in Virgo is going to be squaring Mars in Gemini. And, you know, honestly, I already pulled a card and we got the Jupiter returns, but like Gemini was on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like that aspect is going to have like the most potent effect on this new moon in Virgo. And think about it, like Mars, which is like a planet of like action, aggression, even like sexual, I don't know, like fire, you know, desire and things like that. So that's going to be in Gemini. So I think it's actually my Mars is in Gemini. But anyway, so when you think about it, it's like Gemini, that's like two minds, the twins. You know, people say they're like two-faced and things like that, but it's known for being like a dual sign and having that dual energy. And that makes me think of like that Mars energy, that fiery energy, which could be driving forward, almost like splitting, but in the realm of the mind with Gemini. So it's like you could have a goal and want to start working towards it, but it's almost like your own brain is like your own worst enemy kind of a thing. So it's like, just be aware of that. Like you could be trying to develop some new habits or routines, but there could be some sort of like tests of character kind of coming in to almost like derail you. So just be aware of that and don't let it. Like I'm trying to think of an example, like an example I can just use from my own personal life is I recently got into tennis. Like I'm obsessed. I love playing tennis. And like earlier this week, what day? I think it was Monday. I went to go play with my girlfriend like in the morning, and it was like raining. It was pouring rain, and not pouring, but it wasn't drizzling. And I was just like so annoyed because I'm like, it literally has not rained this summer. It's been the hottest summer ever. Like it's drizzled for like 30 seconds, maybe twice. Like I have not seen any rain. And then as soon as I get into tennis, like I'm like, all of a sudden it's like raining like this morning. I'm like, why? And like me and my friend were like, no, we're going to play. We're determined. We want to burn those calories. And like we went and we got soaked. Like the ball wouldn't even bounce. Like it was like waterlogged, you know. So it's like, I don't know, like just try to stay flexible and try to laugh it off and be patient with yourself and like with, I guess, the universe, because sometimes that's annoying. Even like I was supposed to go play with my friend today and she fell down the stairs and like literally couldn't play, and I know she was like so excited. She loves tennis. Like she was upset. And it's like these little things, like, you know, that are just like derailing you, and it's like, come on, like trying to do good things, and it feels like the universe is like blocking you, like almost, you know what I mean? So stuff like that could be going on. Also, like with Mars and Gemini, with the square, it's like there could be like tempers running high. There could be like a lot of conflict in the air. So try to sidestep any of that if you can. You know, some things that you can do. And even like Mars and Gemini, like I was saying about sexual stuff. So there could be like sexual frustration, things like that going on. So, you know, try to channel it, exercise, you know. You don't need someone to have sex, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, doing things like that can just sort of alleviate the tension, if you know what I'm saying. Another aspect that we have here is Venus opposite Saturn, like opposing Saturn. So it's like you could experience some like delays in certain things, like your love life or even money things. So it's like that could make you like kind of feel bad, feel sad, feel lonely, or feel like a failure and things like that if you're kind of experiencing any delays in those areas. So just if that's happening and you're not seeing like the results that you want, like for example, just pull back and try to, like, again, with this new moon in Virgo energy, like just keep going with your routine. Some things you can do, like this is something I just started doing. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to get my notebook. This is like my manifesting notebook. It's like I wrote a bunch of like intentions, like in the morning, like I write intentions. I play like those subliminals. That's like manifest miracles in 30 minutes, like, you know, like those things just to help with my subconscious mind. Because especially here with this Gemini, I highly recommend like those subliminals that like kind of reprogram your subconscious, because a lot of times that's where like these doubts and things are like stemming from. It's like you just don't believe it. But just writing down your intentions, I'll just read a few of them out. Like I'm fit, motivated, what else? What do I want to read here? Just like my apartment is immaculate, like things I want to like work on and things like that. I'm beautiful, you know, obviously. I'm just kidding. I'm completely secure with myself, things like that. And it's like, so you write those down or whatever, and like throughout the day, like anything that you do that kind of like goes in line with that, like where I'm fit, or this morning I went and played tennis. My friend couldn't go. I went and practiced by myself, hit the ball against the wall for like 30 minutes, like burned about 300 calories or something like that. Yeah. So it's like now I could check off like I'm fit, like, and it's like I did that, like I checked it off, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, even if I say like, oh, like I am with the love of my life, or like whatever, things like that, when you're trying to manifest love. I don't know how you would like write that in an intention. I guess like I'm so happy, like I found the love of my life. I don't know, whatever it is for you. But it's like, even if like you're not like getting any bites lately, getting any, you know, response from the, like, you know, whoever you're trying to date, or no one's like kind of coming in yet, you can like be kind, you know, if you want love, you have to be love, like you have to be in that vibration and things like that. So that's what this work kind of does. It like builds your own vibration, because it's like building the integrity within you without needing the outside results. Like every time you make a check next to like one of your intentions, you're like, oh, I'm living this, you know what I mean? It's like you start to believe it, because it's hard to sit there and like have these like for me, like to say like I'm fit, like okay, like that's like kind of a stretch. Like I'm like a famous for eating junk food and being lazy, like, you know, like, and sleeping late, and like I don't know, I have like a lot of habits, that like smoking and things like that, well, right now vaping, that are just like not really conducive to like a fit lifestyle here. But it's like, you know, like try to like have a more neutral like thing in your mind. So like when you're like saying like I'm fit, you could just be like, oh no, I'm not, like I'm like disgusting, like I'm this, I'm that, like whatever you would like say about yourself. And just try to be like, all right, I'm working on it, like, you know, try to like say that to yourself, instead of like, because it's hard to go for like from like the lowest low that you could think of yourself to like the highest high. So try to find like that middle ground, like a more neutral thing where it's like a work in progress, like I am progressing, I'm making moves, I am trying, like, you know what I mean? I'm doing the damn thing. So just focus on that prep work, you know, before you actually get the things that you want, and before you start seeing things manifest, and just build that integrity within yourself. And then there's also like a Venus square Uranus. So that could like mean that there's going to be some unexpected urges or events. Again, I feel like there's like a lot of like sexual urges and things like that, like kind of like weird with Uranus, however you say that. There could be like, you could be attracted to somebody, like some like kind of someone out of nowhere that you're not really sure why, like, and you don't know if it's a good idea. So just like proceed with caution, because like these urges could just like surface like out of nowhere. There could also be a lack of self-control, like with things like sex and your finances and stuff. So just make sure that you're thinking things through very carefully, and it's best to just like wait before you make any like big purchases or anything like that. And then, I don't know, like, I feel like that's pretty much it for like the aspects and stuff. So even though it might be difficult to make the changes that you want, you might feel like the universe is like putting up blocks in your way. Like I was saying, try to be flexible, laugh about it, like any like kind of unexpected things. Definitely just, I really recommend those subliminals and things like that, because I do feel like the issue is mostly going to be stemming from like your mind. it's not really going to be like a sign from the universe like you can't do it. It might just be a sign to like test if you're like kind of ready, by like testing your commitment and things like that to your goals. So like what we're going to do here, I have 2 cards already pulled, as you can see. This is like a card that's basically saying what energy is coming in with this, like what objective energy is coming in with the new moon in Virgo, and this is what energy spirit is asking you to like step into, like to like make the most out of it or whatever. So we had the Jupiter return benefits. Why are these cards like not straight? This drives me crazy when they're not all the same way. But anyway, sorry. But, and then, yeah, this is the energy that Spirit's asking you to step into. I don't know what I was just saying, but it's the mystic. So, Jupiter return, it talks about, like, earned luck, I think was, like, the key word from this card, earned luck. So, it's, like, again, it's not that, like, about waiting around for, like, miracles to drop on your doorstep. Again, I think theoretically that is possible, but I don't really know. But, yeah, you can manifest miracles. Of course, that's possible. But it's, like, it's going to be difficult if you don't feel good about yourself and you're in like a negative vibration, having negative thoughts, feeling negative things about yourself. So definitely, like I was saying, I really feel like the key to this new moon and being successful in general, honestly, this is just a good time to focus on it, but is really building the integrity within yourself, like towards your goals. No matter what is going on in your life, like even if like again you're facing delays, be like, okay, this is just a vibrational check-in point, like what's going on with me, how am I feeling, how am I responding to this, kind of a thing, and just use it to and as an opportunity to keep yourself balanced and stable. The mystic, so this is the energy that Spirit's asking you to step into. It talks about, I forget who the guy was, but it's like based on like the myth of like somebody, sorry, like I really should have been better prepared. But like where they like swallowed all the poison in the world and slowly like, and they held it in their throat and slowly like transmuted it into gold or whatever. And again, that's taking a situation that could be potentially negative and transmuting it like in yourself. It's like imbibing, I don't know how you say it, like the darkness with light. That's what this card talks about. And this card also, there's like a shadow and a light aspect of it. And like the shadow aspect was, what was it? What is the shadow aspect of this card? Oh, it's like expecting like results and things like that, needing results and validation and things like that. So it's like, forget all that. Like just keep your eye on the prize in a more internal way. Scripting and things like that really are good for those kinds of things. Scripting and then doing the actions and crossing them off. Anything you do, you drink some water, like I'm fit, check, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm beautiful, like, okay, I brushed my teeth, check, like, you know, like things like that, even the most mundane little things, you know, and just feel good about yourself. Because like a lot of times we are in our routines and we do a lot of good things for ourselves, but we don't really give ourselves the credit for them. So give yourself credit where credit is due, you know, any good habits or routines you have, whatever else you can incorporate into it, just like keep it going. All right, so let's jump into this reading. So what energies are coming through with this new moon in Virgo? Oh my God. I'm just going to take the one that flipped up. And it says, Gibbous Moon, you are very close to achieving your goal. Okay, good. Good to know. And then the Jupiter return benefits, I really feel like Spirit is wanting you to know that, like, don't pay attention to whatever, like, distractions on the outside or, like, coming in to, like, knock you off your path. Just keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused. Let's see. And a time for healing with Balsamic Moon, and then work through your fears. Yeah, like work through your fears. It's definitely the only thing that could really like stop you is yourself. And a lot of times we don't think that. We feel like the world is against us or things like that, and it's like that's not true. It's if we really take, or we feel like, oh, I'll never be able to do that. And it's like, you know what, if you look at your goal, say it is some like lofty goal that's like over here and you're over here, it's like, oh my God, like I can never get from here to there. What, like an impossible mountain to climb, like how could I even do that? But it's a lot easier than you think. Like what is a step you could take? Like what is something small that you could do today? Like what is the first step? Like whatever it is, do that. Like, make a list of the steps you could take. Make a list of certain things you want to do in relation to that goal, like, you know, and do like the smallest ones first, just to get that like integrity like going on. And this is healing work that you're doing, and that's what like this whole mystic energy is talking about. It's like that's what the return and the benefits of this new moon is bringing in. It's a chance, it's an opportunity and a chance for you to sort of look at the way you react to certain things and kind of maybe come up with some new strategies. Yeah, sorry, 12th house, surrender. What does that say? Subconscious mind, yes, subliminals, like whatever story you're telling yourself and beliefs you have in there. Work on your subconscious mind, like listen to those sleep things, those subconscious sleep things. There's so many out there, you know, like those things overnight that just reprogram your subconscious. I read a lot of like Neville Goddard. He's like, to me, like the father of manifesting, and he talks about that, like before you go to bed, really getting into the feeling of how it would feel to be like whatever you would feel if you achieved your goal. So if you wanted to be success, how would you feel like laying in your bed at night feeling like you're rich? Like, would you be worrying about how you're going to pay your rent? No. Like, you would just be feeling relaxed, secure, happy, like free. You know, you wouldn't have a care in the world. Try to like sink into that energy at least before you go to bed. If not, putting on these subliminals, I really like recommend those. Subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states like hypnosis, meditation, things like that. The unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, and Akashic records. Yeah, this is really highlighting the fact that in order to see these outer benefits, the inner world has to be attended to first. Let's see what else. And then we have Mars energy. Yeah, Mars. And then this whole like opposition energy here. So that could be about delays, tests, objectifies, calls out, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, and disciplines. Makes conscious, though. It's like you have to bring the subconscious into the conscious and like first find out what it is, like what are these beliefs that are deterring you before you can sort of like knock them out. These boxing gloves, you know. Desire, impulses, courage, force, heat, strength, competition, workouts, excitement, thirst, impatience, anger, leadership, engine, potency, willpower, motor, and sex drive. Yeah, it's like almost like your motor could be stalling out, and it's like you gotta, I don't know, like add some oil or something, whatever, like analogy. I don't know anything about cars, so if your battery died on your car, right, jump that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So let's get some tarot cards for up here too. What is the energy coming through? But yeah, I like that Mars energy is coming out, because it's like you got to fight through any opposition that like kind of comes up like within yourself, though, is what it is. And I like that there's a lipstick there, because it's like, you know, do things that make you feel good about yourself. Like, and I hate to say, when you look good, you feel good. It doesn't have to be with lipstick, but you know, whatever is going to make you feel good about yourself. And I like that exercise was on there. Like, if it makes you feel good to get dolled up, if it makes you feel good to get like a haircut, like if it makes you feel good to, I don't know, wear your favorite outfit, you know, do things that make you feel good, like on the daily, like make that a priority for you. And you'll start feeling good. Like, that's a way you can heal, through like action, because it's time for healing. But with action, I don't think this is a time for like laying around and, you know, being sad. Even if you have to do that, obviously, sometimes, of course, like you have to do what you have to do. But it's like, okay, once you're done crying, like get up, like wipe your tears, wash your face. I was just watching something where it was like, wash your face, girl. It was like this something on Instagram I was seeing that somebody was posting. But it's like, stop making excuses, you know. And I'm not saying that in a tough love way, like, or I am, I guess, but it's like, I get it. Like, there is real pain, there is real depression and real anxiety. It's like really hard to like, because the 12th house makes me feel like a very heavy feeling, and it is hard to get up out of that feeling and just start doing. But do something. Do 3 things a day. Write down 3 intentions and do 3 things, like 1 thing each for that intention. You know what I'm saying? It's like, get up. That's like what my mom is like famous for, that LJ. Like, if you're just like, oh, like I can't, like I'm so sad, like, like when I was growing up. And I know some people will probably say like, no, you have to nurture and blah blah blah, but like my mom is not that kind of mom. She's like, get up, do what you have to do, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, I just always have that voice in my head that's like, no, it's like you have to keep going and fighting through. Rest when you have to, but then, you know, like not all day long. 24 hours in a day. You can rest for 10 and still have like 14 hours for like productivity and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we have choose wisely. And honestly, that's a big theme of this Jupiter return card. So what is that though? The Seven of, I don't even know. I wish these cards, it's like, I never know what, maybe the Seven of Pentacles. And if that is the Seven of Pentacles, I hate that this card, I never know. Or no, that's the Seven of Cups. Yeah, the Seven of Cups, yeah. But again, that speaks with the 12th house energy. Like, be aware of getting sucked into like a daydream. Oh, I'm dreaming about the future, but I'm not taking action. Like, it is good to dream about the future. But it's like, oh, and I forgot, I shuffled a song for you, and it was This Magic Moment by the Drifters, which is a love song. But the way I was like taking it is like, what you do in this moment is gonna like be the determining factor of like if you're going to receive these benefits that like spirit is trying to give you right now, and the universe is always trying to give you. It's just that you're almost blocking them, but you don't realize this. Yeah, victory and success. Like, you have to choose that for yourself and then take steps to make that happen, which is so simple and like 1, 2, 3, but it's like, it's also like the most difficult thing in the world to do. All right, what else? What energy is coming through with this new moon in Virgo? We got the victory and success card. What was this? Positive movement forward, the 8 of Wands. Yeah, victory and success. But this is going to be a process, so just like don't forget that it's going to take some time, but like you will get there. So let's see what else. What energy is spirit asking you to step into right now? This is the Queen of the Moon Astrology deck. Oop. Balance, yes, 100%. Number 19. So balance and then like abundance. So like balancing out your finances, balancing out your energy, like having like a good balance, like I was saying, of like work and rest, work and play, like relaxation and productivity, motivation. Like, I just saw extreme. So don't like work yourself too hard. Make sure like you're building habits that will help like sustain your energy levels and, you know, help you actually reach your goals. What else? What other energy is spirit asking you to step into? Gratitude, last quarter moon. Okay, so with the gratitude card, it's like whatever small little blips of progress you can make, you know, even if it's, oh, with this whole transmuting thing, it's like you could see other people sort of like achieving these goals. Like, you could see, oh, like happy couples everywhere, like people like blowing up on social media, or like getting their dream job, or like whatever it is. And it's like, just take that as a sign. That's how you transmute like that jealousy that when you see someone else doing well and it makes you feel bad about yourself, that is like a key right there. Like, notice those things and transmute it. Just feel like, no, you know what, like this is a sign that it's possible, that it could happen to anyone, that it could just be right around the corner, like that it could happen out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Like, make sure you keep that personal power, and know that like you don't have to be jealous and you don't have to worry about what's happening with somebody else, because it's right around, you know, it's right around the corner for you, and you have that sort of personal power like inside of you already. So you don't have to feel jealous, and just try to like look at things that way. It's going to take time. It's not like you're just going to like blink and have a whole new perspective in 1 second, of course, but it doesn't mean that you can't like slowly start like balancing out those feelings, becoming aware of them, shifting them, and just like how they relate to your vibration, because that's what the key here is, your vibration always. Like, there is no other way around it. Like, there is no real like easy way out, you know? So let's see, what else, what other energy is spirit asking you to step into? We have Jupiter expansion with the Jupiter return. It says enthusiasm, optimism, generosity. Yeah, like being like generous of heart, you know, like towards other people's success, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign cultures, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. Like, first of all, even just like believing in yourself in the first place, you know, you got to shift your beliefs. Like I was saying, like you have to be willing to expand your mind, and like, don't be afraid of these negative thoughts. Don't be like, oh, I just have to be positive now, because that's like kind of like toxic positivity, and that doesn't really help anything, because eventually, like, if you don't see like these, if you don't see the results right away, it's like you could kind of go right back. That's that whole like extreme things we were talking about. Oh, look, we have the mystic here again with Pisces energy. But anyway, it's like, so like when those dark things come up, it's like, okay, what is stemming from this? Like when I see somebody else and I'm jealous that they just got their dream job, say, why do I feel bad about myself? Like, instead of like congratulatory, and it's like, oh, because I feel like I can't find my dream job, obviously. Like, you know, it's like, oh, I feel like I don't have good luck, or I'm not good enough to get that job, or whatever it is that's coming up, and then be like, you know what, like, I have to shift that. And it's almost like everything that you send out is a reflection back on you. So when you feel like salty about somebody else like doing well, it just like reflects back on you and almost perpetuates the cycle like a little bit. So it's like, I don't know, in order to shift that, what, you know, it's like, really, it's a mirror. Like how you feel about somebody else is really how you feel about yourself, and you're probably like, oh, they don't deserve like that. Sometimes you feel like that, oh, why did they get it and I don't, like, they don't even deserve it. But it's like, maybe you feel like you don't really deserve it because you're not really putting yourself out there as much as you can, or you're not really going after it in like any real way. Like, and like the first thing you can do, if like you're like, yeah, but like, Gina, like, I really have tried, like, I've like, I don't know, like applied at all my dream jobs or done whatever, like I put in the work, but it's like, still, if your vibration and you haven't been doing that sort of inner work, like they go hand in hand. So let's see what else. What other energy is Spirit asking you to step into? And then we have the 5th house, passion. Okay, there's a lot about like a fair and a carnival. That's so funny because there's like a fair like going on right around me right now, but I see like all these rides. Like, I don't even think there's any other cards that have rides on them. I'm trying to like look real quick. I mean, no, I don't think so. But anyway, it says performance, entertainment, creativity, costume, play, love affairs, joy, pleasure, parties, children, humor, romance, disco ball. So it's like, with expansion in 5th house, it's like, make the stuff you do fun. Like, find something that's fun. Like, conjunction, empowerment. All right, sorry. But yeah, like, with the 5th house passion, like, for instance, I was talking about how I like recently got into tennis and like exercising and stuff. Like, I always try to work out, and like, I've tried like running on the treadmill. I've tried going on walks. I've tried all this stuff. I hate it. Like, I love playing tennis. Like, I found what I'm passionate, and yoga. I love to do yoga. I love stretching and feeling good. Like, it's literally, I feel like I took a Xanax after I do a yoga sesh, like, especially like a deep stretching one. Oh my God. It's like the most amazing feeling like in the world. Combined, like, I love tennis. I love to be active. Like, I always told myself, and this is a good example of like the things you tell yourself. I haven't played tennis since I was in 9th grade until like the last week or whatever. And it's like, I always tell, like, there's things I always say about myself. Like, I have horrible like hand-eye coordination. Like, well, now that I started playing tennis, I see that that's not true. And I'm like, why did I even say that? Like, that's not true. Like, I actually have pretty good hand-eye coordination. Like, you know? And it's like, I'm like, oh, wow. So it's like, just try stuff. Even if you think you're bad at it, give it a whirl. You know what I mean? And who cares if you're bad at it or good at it? It burns like, when it burns 600 calories an hour, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know? I can't. So find something that's fun for you to do. Again, like, if you really want to find love, like, try to find more, like, you want like a really passionate, loving relationship, like, look for that passion in other areas of your life, like your friends you feel passionate about, causes you feel passionate about, like activities and hobbies and things like that. You know, the 5th house a lot of times is about creativity and things like that. So if you feel like you don't know what you want to do, even in your career, or what your dreams are, just like focusing on doing little hobbies and things that you love is a good way to sort of get in the energy of like attracting more of that stuff into your life. And it could kind of just come to you out of nowhere, or it could be like something like, again, you haven't done in 20 years that you just like pick up and start doing, and it's like it ends up leading somewhere that you weren't expecting. So what other energy is Spirit trying to ask you to step into here? Oh my God, the Wheel of Fortune again, more Jupiter energy. It's like destiny. Like, I don't know, just like you have to, and this New Beginnings card, it's like you have to kind of expand the viewpoint of yourself and sort of like integrate all the different aspects of yourself, like the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you can't be afraid of looking at like your flaws. You can't be afraid of taking an honest assessment and then transmuting that with the mystic. Like, that's what that's all about. Earned rewards. It's like spirit will work with you, and it's all about, that's what it is. It's co-creation, you know? It's like you, and it's like earned luck, like that was saying. It's like spirit will throw you a bone, but you have to like throw the first bone. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And then we have emotional withdrawal with the 8 of Cups. And then patience on the bottom of the deck. So it's like almost like this card is reminding me of just like praying, saying a prayer, but then like waiting for like something to come in. And it's like, yeah, that's all well and good, but again, it's like if you're just sitting there waiting for like, I don't know, like $1,000 to come floating in on the ocean, it's probably not going to, you know. It's like you got to be the one to make the first move here. And the 8 of Cups also could talk about withdrawing from like emotionally unsatisfying situations, walking away from things that you know are not right for you, and really going after the things that fill you with like passion and love. Also with the 8 of Cups, a lot of times that could allude to like drinking and things like that, like excess. Also, we have the 7 of Cups here, so we are going from the 7 and the 8 of Cups. So make decisions about what things are like working in your life and what things aren't. Like also the Jupiter return talks about excess eating and food. We have a lot of Jupiter energy here, so there could be like a call to sort of examine your daily habits and things like that, and give yourself credit, make little changes. Just start drinking more water, just start like doing some yoga stretching, just start I don't know, being kinder to people and like trying to be more loving towards people in general. So it's like, because you know you're going to get that back. Jupiter return, like what you send out is going to like return back to you. Like make the most out of every moment. So let me get one of these first. So how could you best utilize this energy right now? How could you best utilize this energy? That's the ether, the seamless, unspeakable. And then with balanced forces, yeah, it's like, just think of yourself as like a magnet, and like think of like the universe. It's like, again, like I'm getting this whole like return. These cards look very similar. Like what you send out is like going to come back to you, and it's just like the way that you feel about yourself that's really like master your vibration, I feel like is what this is saying. Like, and this is all blue, so that's again making me think of the mind and the third eye chakra. There's a very similar color scheme to this Gemini card, if you, as you see here, and there's that mirror imaging going on. So that's kind of what it's making me think of, is like get a hold of like both sides of your mind, like get those two aspects of yourself, that light and the dark. That's what the Mystic card was talking about, to sort of like with that whole balanced forces that was on the bottom, to sort of like come together and like be of one mind, try to like unify your mind. And like just when you start telling yourself something negative, like, oh, like I'm just a loser, this is never gonna happen for me, just be like, no, you know what, like I'm trying, like I did work towards it today, like just have patience. There was patience I saw somewhere. Oh, on the bottom of this, like the Temperance card was here. Oh, what card is this? Obstacles and challenges. Yeah, like just keep yourself steady and balanced and keep going. Like if there's anything you could do, the best thing you could do is just not to worry about the future, be in the present moment. With that, this Magic Moment song, it's like that is like the best, most productive thing that you could do, is just worry about what you're doing in this moment. Forget the past, forget the future, just what are you doing right now? Get up and do something. If you're feeling bad about yourself, then get up and do something about it to change it. And that will dramatically change your vibration and affect what you're sending out into the universe. Like, and then you will see the results eventually. All right, what energy? Oh no, I just said that wrong. Okay, we're gonna just get one, two more. What am I saying? What am I doing here? I just like totally blanked out. I'm so sorry. Oh, how can you best utilize this energy? I'm so sorry. The Rose of Venus. Alignment. Yes. Flow, right relationship and harmony. Your vibration. Alignment. Get into alignment. How can you best utilize this energy? The Thorn, protection, boundaries, and clear communication. Yes, like use these challenging situations as, like I keep saying it, like as an opportunity to like grow, to like clearly communicate, to protect yourself, to establish boundaries with yourself, with your free time and your habits and your eating and your extra, like, you know, like things like that, your TV time, like whatever it is, whatever that you need boundaries with yourself, you'll know, because whatever is kind of sucking and draining your energy, keep in mind, like the media that you're consuming. Are you watching, I don't know, that show Cheaters and then wondering, you know, why you can't find love? Like, is that helping you feel like hopeful about love? Like, no, like, you know, keep in mind what you're watching. Like, instead of watching Cheaters, like put on Parenthood and sit with Adam and Christina for a little bit, you know, they'll make you believe in love. Like, I don't know, I love them. I want to love like that. Goals, a couple goals. But yeah, like if you want to have money, but you're just, I don't know, like look at who the people you are that you're hanging out with, like, because if they're sort of have that mentality of like, you know, like almost like a bum mentality, which I hate to say, if there's nothing wrong with that, if that's where you're at that time, you know, but it's like, if they have that mentality, then you're going to kind of have that mentality as well, if you kind of keep hanging out with those kinds of people. And if they're people that are trying to sort of like keep you down, they don't want you to do better than them, kind of a thing, just be aware of that. Any like haters around you, or even your friends that could kind of like not want you to rise up and change, because then they're afraid they're going to get left behind. So what energy, how can you best utilize this energy? Set boundaries, protect yourself, get into alignment, flow, right relationship. Yeah, I feel like that's talking about watch the people you're spending time with, and if they're like a negative or a positive influence on you. How could you best utilize this energy? We have heartache and loss, and then moving on. Yeah, like if there are any relationships with that whole emotional withdrawal, there might be something you need to walk away from, something you need to let go and really feel like the sting of before you can like move on from it. Moving on. Oh my god, yeah, look, moving on. Let's see, I'm gonna get two more because we had like all this like extra cards on all these other. We have new beginnings though. Yeah, like free yourself up for these new beginnings. And how can you best utilize this energy? Positive movement forward. That's so crazy how it was like two cards of like loss and heartache and then two cards of new beginnings. It's like rewrite. Just, I feel like you're going based off the past too, is more so what I'm getting, like of how it's gonna like, you know, predict your future almost. And it's like, again, no, you have to start telling yourself a new story, period, the end. Like there's no way around it. Trapped in fear. It's like you're in this magic moment right now, like that song, and you're just not using it. You're not looking up. There's light right here. You're covering your eyes and you're not like seeing it. You're just only seeing the pain and the failure and the past, and your mind is like keeping you trapped. So it's like, this is the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. It's like you're maybe ruminating on your failures and the things you couldn't do and the ways you couldn't move forward in the past. And it's like that can change right now in this moment if you decide to, just by giving yourself some credit and like sort of empowering yourself to do so. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for you. That was a lot. I hope you guys enjoy this new moon. Watch out for any conflicts, like sidestep anything. Like what I was reading about it, it talked a lot about how like wars can start and like crazy shit can kind of happen. So like maybe like lay low for a little bit, you know, and during the course of this moon, just go within, focus on yourself, start doing good things for yourself, and watch your life change. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you did like this reading, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. And I will catch you in the next one. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, okay? Bye.